I can certainly. Greetings, guys. It's Fancy, and I am doing a CEO Chatter Live interviews today. For those who don't know, CEO Chatter is it's actually my business blog. But when I do CEO Chatter Live, then I'm actually interviewing different business women, and we're discussing where business and life intersect. So we're not only discussing their business, but we're also discussing a little bit about their lives. And I'm waiting on our guest to come in, but today's guest is Miss Nadia Lindsay. Greetings, flow in abundance, and Priya, please. Zuriel Gibson, CEO. Rick, I was about to say Rick Wells, like I don't know you, Rick. Hey, Rick. Marcia Brown, official. Monique's tech service. Hey, Monique. So I'm waiting on Nadia to come in. She should be in just a minute. In the meantime, I guess I can do what announcements we may have. So our Second Chances issue is available for pre-sale on our website. For those who don't know, it features Sunshine Williams Smith, also known as Sunny Money Team on Instagram. And she's part of the Pink Panther Clique. And for those who don't know what the Pink Panther Clique is, it's a platform for formerly incarcerated women sharing their stories. They have an anthology out together, and they also uplift the voices of their other still incarcerated sisters. So Sunny is a police reform advocate as well as a prison reform advocate as well. So she is on our cover. So if you all are interested in that, then you can visit our website at swagger.net and join. Hey Nadia, I see that you are on now, so I'm gonna send you an invite. Or you sent the invite already? Okay. Okay. Is it? It seemed like it was about to bring her in, but I don't know.
Hey,
Greetings. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
I'm good. It's raining, but I'm pushing.
Right. We trying to pray that we be able to do this live without the lights going out, right?
Right. I have heard of some people losing their lights in our parts or something. I don't know if they were lying or what, because it was about a hair appointment. So, but you never know. But so Nadia, first you can tell our audience who you are and a little bit about yourself. I think that's always best for you all to introduce yourselves.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, thank you so much for having me today. I am Nadia Francois. I am the CEO of the What's Your Superpower brand, Kingdom Empowerment brand, offering digital media services, and I'm also the visionary of powerful affirmations for fempreneurs, which is a tool for kingdom business women, affirmations and prayer book, an anthology where myself and 22 other ladies contributed portions of the book. So we made best-selling authors last month, and no, July, in July. And so we are super happy about that. But that's who I am. I have some other things going on. Of course, I'm a beautypreneur. I'm a hairstylist. I have Aries Hair Care Systems and Aries Beauty Lounge for your hair care products. And the Beauty Lounge is for your beauty supplies. So it's an online beauty supply store. So I'm a little bit in a few industries, but I am super excited about my digital journey that I'm on since we have encountered this pandemic. So hopefully that is what we will discuss today.
Right. So and congratulations on you all being best-selling authors. I just
Thank
want
you.
it. So tell us more about what's your superpower channel.
Yes. So What's Your Superpower TV channel is a streaming channel that's available on the Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, Apple TV, Android TV, and both cell phone applications. And we are have love having the opportunity to have other content streamers, minority based content streamers on our channel, streaming their content. I also have my own show, What's Your Superpower TV, on the channel as well as Theories and Thoughts Deep Dive with Francesca and Anya, and Money Everyday TV, which is Miss Tonya Askins and her husband telling us all about learning about financial wellness and wealth management. And we also have some soul building shows, Pray Her Live and the With God Experience. Those are A.V. Mitchell and Dr. Felicia Young has Pray Her Live. So we have some wonderful shows on the platform. There's way more shows than just What's Your Superpower TV channels offering, but I just love to take this opportunity to spotlight us because we are working very hard to grow and bring our viewers and our supporters quality content that enriches their lives. So that's what I'm hoping for with the channel and the shows.
All right, and yes, y'all. So Theories and Thoughts Deep Dive is on What's Your Superpower channel as well, and that's on Exposure TV Network. You did mention, okay, all right.
Probably not.
You mentioned, I know you were telling them before, like all the ways that they can view, but I don't know if you mentioned the actual app itself. So it's
Yeah,
a
I did not.
app, guys. So if anybody's interested in checking out the channel, that's where you would go to see it. But you can also look at it on those other streaming platforms as well, as she mentioned earlier. So, what was it like for you going like from the beauty industry to basically digital media?
Very questionable. I'll use that word. Just because, of course, I've been on the internet a lot, but I have never been doing the behind the scenes stuff and actually, doing programming because we actually became producers once we started creating these shows and putting out this content via TV. So it has been questionable, but as I grow, I learn so much more. And then, of course, our great, great network owner, Tam Lawrence, she helps me a lot, guides me a lot. And also you guys, because, of course, it's just not the TV channel. I have these other publications and things going on. So just reaching out to my mentors and my support system in this thing has really helped me be more comfortable because it was very intimidating to start.
Yeah, I can imagine media and it's so many is technology. So anything with
Yeah,
technology kind of intimidating, especially when you're the one putting it together. It's one thing to watch things, from the opposite end, but when you're actually the one that's producing, whatever the project is, that takes on a whole nother life of its own. So what
right.
inspired you to get into media and producing?
Well, of course, What's Your Superpower anthology, which is my first compilation book where myself and 10 other authors contributed our stories about our God-given superpower, is the foundation of this whole brand, right? And so after we launched that book, after we released that book, I received an offer to do a TV show, streaming TV show originally, and then it was upgraded to the channel. So, pretty much going into it blind all the way, but I'm a risk taker. I don't mind, if I feel like I'm gonna get what I need out of the project, I don't mind putting forth the effort and learning what's needed to get it done.
So
So it
what?
was
Oh,
just
I'm sorry.
really pushed on me, but I received it.
So what would you like? What transferable skills did you have? Coming from the beauty industry and then going into this industry, like what would you say helped you along the way that you already possess?
My people skills.
Yeah.
That's because my personality has had to carry me like literally through this. Because first of all, I do not like speaking publicly. And Fancy, you know that, but I had to put my big girl panties on and do what I got to do. And so it was just getting out of the comfort zone. And being in the beauty industry, we have to do that quite often. And so I think that, and like I said, just being my people skills, being able to deal with different types of people and being able to listen, right? Listen to the different things that's needed from every, because I'm working with so many different groups of people. So it just makes, it just makes you have to show up really. You know, I can't just sit at my computer and do my thing like I would normally do behind the scenes when it comes to technology and you know, the internet. I had to come to the forefront. And so I feel like my beauty profession, even though it's so laid back and I'm so comfortable there, I still feel like it is what created my personality as far as dealing with people and being able to listen, being able to accommodate, being able to have sympathy and empathy, and then also being able to adjust to change, right? Because we have to, you know, pivot a lot. I'll use the famous word pivot.
Yeah, but it is, as much as people say they hate the word, but that's what so many of us, or other people have had to do. And I say us because I'm still kind of in between some projects myself, so I do get that. I just want to acknowledge, I see that you've been receiving a lot of love, and thank you, Khalif.
Hey y'all, thank y'all for coming on.
Hey, Kim. And then I see Emerald 24K Lee says, "So wish I could be in the same atmosphere environment you are in right now. This 9 to 5 ain't it." And she also just dropped by to show some love and support. So,
Come
um,
on over to the other side. Look, do what you got to do, sis, with your 9 to 5. But come on over to the other side. It really is a pleasure, right, Fancy?
yeah,
Especially when we're up at 5 a.m. and everybody else is sleeping.
four.
But it's well. It's well.
Yeah, it is. It's good, but sometimes we have to do, like you said, do what you have to do. And I know for
Yeah,
me, I kind of jumped off the porch with things and everything that I've kind of much went into. So I'm trying to be more strategic now that I'm older,
right.
moving things. Um, what would you say? Like, was there any, like you mentioned, adapting? Well, you've already kind of. But what would you say that you maybe had to adapt to that's different? I know now that you're
Girl,
but is there anything else?
yes. First off, dealing with a lot of people on the daily, right? So, of course, I'm used to dealing with a lot of people. First of all, I'm an only child. So when you hear me say dealing with people, you know, I have 4 children. Yes, I deal with them all the time, but they're mine. So I can kind of do what I want. But when you're dealing with other people, you have to, like I said earlier, kind of be able to meet them where they are, right? And so in the same respect, I needed people to meet me where I was when I first started this. So giving that same grace um of just trying to maneuver through this and people understanding that you're new to it and getting a team together, like working with a team daily, checking in with people, like that type, like real CEO stuff. Even though I know and I have done that in my other businesses, I have been off for a while. Like I was doing nothing but hair and hair care and pop-ups and a lot of that type of stuff prior to. So dealing with a lot of people on a day-to-day basis, I have to say, is really been a big change and it's something that I had to adapt to.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. Working in media myself, it's like there are so many people that you have to reach out to that it's almost like you're trying to remember. It's I don't know. It's like being introduced to a different person almost every day if you're really trying
Right.
to grow. So I understand what you're saying about that. So like, how do you um I guess you say, take care of yourself outside of business? Because I know that that is a lot for you.
Yes. And, what I do is I continue to follow the same self care regimen that I have done as being a single mother, right? And that is what I've always tried to get you to do is travel. Take a break, baby. Take a trip. Even if like I told you before, even if it's to the Hampton Inn or the Holiday Inn around the corner.
It's vacation.
Just, take a trip, get away from it all and bring it down. And my goal for this year, well, I'm not even going to say this year because I didn't set any goals after, I ain't going to say I didn't set any goals, but I didn't put any new goals forward. I just kept rolling through when 2021 came. But the thing is that I put out was to be able to go to a different location every month. Every month I wanted to, that was before any of the pandemic, before the TV channel, before any of that. It was to get away at least once a month because as a creative, I need that time. I need my brain to be recharged. And so that's what I do. I go and take me a trip.
I see this Dana from Asia T-shirt invited me to the retreat. I know that you do have a retreat coming up. I do want to touch on that, but before I touch on that, I
Hey,
wanted to ask. I know we
Dana.
didn't touch on power. I know
I
we
was
didn't
just
touch
hollering.
on your power conversations. Can you tell us a little more about that? I know that this is a fairly new baby for you.
So I'm glad you said that because I have put my little stand up here to remind me because when you have a lot going on, guys, you don't intentionally mean to leave stuff out. It just happens. And so power conversations, y'all. You had
I
something
want
to
to
say?
stop you.
Okay.
I want them to be able to, like, your audio is perfect, but your visual is kind of so that they can actually see. It's just like you're holding something. Are you about to hold?
Oh, I was moving it around probably.
Okay. So just, yeah, if you hold it right there just for a second. Yeah. Okay. Now you can continue. I just didn't want the opportunity to be, because like the way you're kind of the digital, the imagery is kind
Yeah.
of, so you're fine.
Yeah, and then I'm way back here in the country with low Wi-Fi, but it's well, we doing good. I'm gonna be still. I know it's because of the movement. So anyway, I am so excited, y'all, because What's Your Superpower anthology brought on so much for my brand, right? It really started as just a book that I wanted to be able to show the many powers of a woman and not anything, extra, but just our God given superpowers, right? And so that's where What's Your Superpower comes from. And I just continue to um, just brand that because it always sparks conversation. And so with that being said, after getting the TV channel, of course, you are in need of other outlets to be able to get news of the channel out, right? And so, with me already working with female entrepreneurs and authors and all of these wonderful women and business owners, I decided to create a platform where I can help them get visible, right? Because if I'm producing authors, if I'm producing, business owners, they need a way for people to see them. And of course, platforms like this and others, but when I got into the TV realm, it felt just perfect to add the podcast, right? Because I was overwhelmed with all of the inquiries of being interviewed for my show. And I was like, Lord, and really the first season, y'all, I had so many interviews, it was ridiculous. I was like trying to find somewhere to air these ladies' stories. And the thing about it was, the truth of the matter was, I could not air everyone on the TV show because seasons, you only get so much time.
Right.
So TV is a different arena than just magazines or social media. It's another step up. And so the most of the people, like I said, that were submitting their interviews, they didn't care where they were. They just wanted their word out. And the truth of the matter is their stories were too good to just not use them. And
Right.
so I came up with Power Conversations podcast in order to get these ladies' stories out and also continue to promote the What's Your Superpower brand. And so from that came Power Conversations magazine because I began to make media partners with other outlets, other ladies that publish anthologies. So, of course, they have a vast number of authors that they're working with, a vast number of business owners that they're working with. So I felt like this is going to be a great opportunity to offer among my platform and among the ladies that I work with. It really was a single-minded idea. But once I began to grow it and start, softly pushing it out there, putting it out there, because Power Conversations magazine is just digital. And I just wanted it to be an outlet for our people, right? Just to put out their authorship, put out their events, put out features, be able to have credible media coverage for their bios and stuff like that. And so with that being said, the first issue released today, I had been doing, of course, the digital updates to the magazine, powerconversations.com. But today is the first day that we released the print copy. And so, yay! And so we are taking the orders for the print copies and they will be out within the next week or so. And so it just, because I was like, I don't want to do all, I know I don't know everything that you go through, but just, being along the way with you guys on Swag Her, I'm like, I'm not doing all that they doing. But I wanted an outlet, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, it ended up becoming, because I thought about it, the people that are being featured, even though they understand that it's a digital feature, they may want to see themselves in a magazine in print, right? And so I just decided that we'll print the magazine quarterly and the digital issues will come out monthly. So we have Power Conversations magazine, Power Conversations podcast, What's Your Superpower TV series, and What's Your Superpower TV channel. And so that is my digital media company. And we are always accepting features, advertisers, and you can list, if you have an event going on, you can send me your promo and we'll list it in the magazine for free, in the digital magazine for free. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you have an event coming up and you have a graphic for it, you can send it to us at wysptv2020@gmail.com and we will list it for you in our digital magazine. So that is Power Conversations.
Okay. And just state that email address one more time for them. I know I can't type it fast enough, or I might be done screwed up the whole live. But just
Right, that's why I ain't touching nothing. wysptv2020@gmail.com.
okay, because I know people always have events going on. I actually need to send you over something of mine because I have something coming
Yeah,
up.
send it on over. Send it over. And those are updated as we receive them weekly, will update the events to the digital magazine. So don't think that you have to wait until the quarter. You don't. You can send those anytime. The quarter is just for the prints.
Okay. So, do you have any upcoming projects or events yourself that you'd like to share before we close out?
Yes, of course, Fancy. We have the Author Boss Book Festival coming up September 26th through September 29th, where we have author spotlights with some amazing authors. And then we have education, literary education for anyone in the author business. So if you are a writer, if you are a publisher, if you are an author, you can participate in this event, whether it's through spotlighting your business, just being an attendee, or coming on and giving us some insight on what you have going on. And so the attendance is free. It's free and open to the public, a virtual book festival. And we have three amazing speakers and myself that are going to bring you some great information each night. So each night at 7:45, our speakers go on. The festival starts at 6 p.m. nightly, and it will be via Zoom. We will broadcast it on Facebook, and then it will rebroadcast. And then I wanted to share also, Fancy, What's Your Superpower TV series and Power Conversations podcast are both being streamed, not streamed, they are both being aired on Acadiana Open channel now. And so I wanted to let the audience know, because I know that I do have a lot of ladies that support me in the Acadiana area. And we also have a lot of ladies that are featured on my shows and podcasts from the Acadiana area. And so you can watch their interviews. Anything Arthur related will be a weekly show on AOC channel on Thursdays at 7 p.m. And then the What's Your Superpower TV series is bi-weekly on Fridays at 7 p.m. So we are pushing our people out there. That's a part of gaining more visibility. That's a part of spreading our wings. So I wanted to throw that out there. So any people in the Acadiana area, y'all tune in to the AOC channel, the AOC network, and view our content.
Oh, that's awesome. I wasn't even aware of that, so that's really cool. So not only do you all have the apps and everything exposure TV network, but you also have the what did you say, Acadiana
Open channel.
Open channel that makes AOC. Okay, okay. Well,
Yes.
with everything, where can they find you before we close out?
Of course, I can be found on all social media platforms as Eris INTL or Eris International. You can also look up What's Your Superpower TV or What's Your Superpower Anthology and find me as well. Our website, www.whatsuperpower.com.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Nadia, for coming on. Again, I wish you the best of luck with everything. And I actually need to send an event over to you once I finish getting all my details finalized. So I know I'm going to be taking advantage of that. And I hope that
Yes.
you will also take advantage of these things that she's offered, all the different opportunities that she has. And yeah, so thank you and have a great, what day is it? Tuesday?
Tuesday. I know, right? See, that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur. We don't even know what day it is. We just get up and get to going, right?
Thank you, girl. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you, Fancy. Bye bye.
Bye. All right. Thanks you all for tuning in to another episode of CEO Chatter Live. And if you are a business owner, then I invite you to check out my CEO Chatter blog on swagger.net. That's SWAGHER.net. We also have a business newsletter that comes out on Mondays, every Monday at 12:06. you can receive that directly in your inbox, and any business blogs that we have on the website or professional blogs will also be included in that newsletter. So again, thank you all for tuning in. And don't forget that we have our, thank you, Miss Dana, we have our magazine issue that is dropping as well, which is the Second Chances issue, which features Miss Sunshine Smith Williams, as well as Neffy, look, Neffy Pugh is also in this issue. So if you all are interested, if you have your own second chance story, then feel free to shoot us an email. We might be featuring some of those in our newsletter that is going along in promotion with this particular issue. And this issue is, like I said, it's all about second chances. So whether it be second chances in life, second chances in love, second chances in business, or whatever the case may be, even in sports. So we have some really great content that we love to share with you all. So I invite you all to check us out at swagher.net. That's SWAGHER.net. And also, don't forget, Theories and Thoughts airs every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. That's separate from the talk show that Nadia and I was discussing, because that's Theories and Thoughts Deep Dive, which you all can still watch on Exposure TV Network, and you can watch it on the app. And then the talk show, the podcast airs every Tuesday night at 7. We're live on Facebook, but you can also listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play, or any of the major podcast platforms on Fridays. So again, thank you all for tuning in, and peace and blessings, and y'all have a great Tuesday.